Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to start a series that I'm going to be doing where I share my secrets, or at least the things that I learned en route to the different milestones on each of my lifts. So today we're going to start with what I learned in the process of becoming a 300-pound bench presser. Something that I need to say right up front with this video series is this is just my experience, right? So just by learning these things, I'm certainly not saying that you all or anyone else will get the same rate of progress. Who knows, maybe you'll make even faster progress than I did. But I think this reflection is certainly going to be valuable for hopefully you all and myself, just thinking about the process that's gotten me to each of these milestones, and hopefully we can use that moving forward. So for my first 300-pound bench press, we need to understand the context at which this was in. I believe this was when I was 16, so I was a sophomore in high school, and I had already been lifting for probably going on 4 years at the time, 3.5 to 4 years. But up until that point, I had not found a love for lifting, right? I was going because I had to. I was told that's what you do if you want to be a better football player. And at this point in my high school career, I had a weight training class. And it was that weight training class that taught me to love the process of lifting, right? In high school, I used to just look at whatever program they had written on the whiteboard and do what was written up there and not give it a second thought. And I think a lot of people do this. But in this weight training class, I could finally see the actual progression, right? It was, if I remember right, probably very similar to like a 5-3-1 type program. I remember it being pyramid sets. So like we would do 8-6-4s one week, or 6-4-2s, and it would be in these 6-week blocks, and at the end of the 6 weeks you would max out. And what that did was, because we had this program in the weight training class, it kept me from maxing out every single day. I think as a young lifter, it's very tempting to go in and be like, oh, let's see what we can lift in there today. And then you go and you hit your head against the wall. And then the next week you're like, oh, let's see if it's a little heavier. You get in that just testing mindset versus a building mindset. So the first thing that really led to my progress and falling in love with the gym was being forced to be in this building mindset. I would be thinking, oh, what can I hit for this set of 8 this week? And then what can I hit for the set of 6 the following week? And there was some logging going on. So you would write down your weights and you could see that progression over the weeks. So that's the first secret that led to that bench press PR, was actually taking the time and trusting a process, right? And was it the best process ever? Probably not, but it was a good enough process that I could follow it and make progress that way. The second thing was I started to actually care. So I was getting mentally into the gym and I started to care about my numbers. So I did a little bit of research here and there. And we'll watch here at the end of this clip my first 300-pound bench press, and you can see I'm doing some of the basic techniques, like trying to get my shoulders back. I set my grip width very diligently. Those are some things that a very beginner probably wouldn't think to do, but I was starting to do those. Now, was I perfect? Not at all. You'll see my form was very sloppy, and my feet were not set, all of that good stuff. And those are things that I learned beyond that 300-pound mark. But these were kind of the beginnings to set the foundation to build my bench press. And it's kind of like a snowball effect, because once I learned to trust a process, and then I started to care enough because I saw the numbers come along with trusting that process, then I saw the rewards and wanted to look into how to fix my form. And you'll see here, I was in the very beginning part of fixing my form. Okay, so here we are, my first 300-pound bench press. As you can see, we'll watch it again in slow motion, right? I do set my hands, right? I try and get my chest up a little bit, but got the happy feet going on. My head is not settled. Chest isn't up all the way. So there you go. Hopefully you all can take something away from that. I'll keep this series going with 350 and beyond with the bench press, and we'll share it. Drop a comment down below. You know, what are some things that you learned en route to your different milestones as well? Okay, so please like and subscribe as always, and until next time, happy lifting.